This is Korean news for January 29, 2022. Moon Jae-in's Lunar New Year gift set appeared in the second-hand market. Ahead of the Lunar New Year holiday, Moon Jae-in's last Lunar New Year gift box is being traded in the used market. Every holiday, such as the Lunar New Year, there are many people who want to sell New Year's gifts at the used market. Posts are being posted on second-hand trading platforms such as Yoongnara and Carrot Market to sell Moon Jae-in's Lunar New Year gift sets. The gift set was sent by Moon Jae-in and his wife to 15,000 people, including those of national merit, socially considerate people, workers in the field of corona prevention, and key personnel. The ingredients are special products from Gyeonggi-do, Jeolla-do, Gyeongsang-do, and Chungcheong-do. A greeting card is also enclosed. In this regard, he said, "Until I return to the people in the last year of my tenure, I will finish state affairs with a heart of cherishing every day. In the new year, I will be able to leap as high as a tiger," wrote Moon Jae-in. It is the image of Moon Jae-in's gift set that shows how incompetent he is in diplomacy. The gift box has a sunrise scene with the island in the background. Recently, the Japanese embassy refused to accept the gift, claiming that the island was reminiscent of Dokdo. If Moon Jae-in is from a history of human rights change that values human rights, it is questionable whether the Chinese embassy should have sent a gift set with a picture of a young man fighting a Chinese tank at the time of the Tiananmen Square incident. Moon Jae-in is a communist, so he probably couldn't have done that. The South Korean Supreme Court has ruled that there is nothing wrong with expressing that Moon Jae-in is a communist. The Songnam District Prosecutor's Office, head of the Songnam District Prosecutor's Office, Park Eun-young, who was evaluated as a figure under the current Moon Jae-in administration, blocked an investigation into the corruption of the Songnam FC soccer team related to Democratic Party presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung. Prosecutor General Kim Oh-soo had a direct phone call with Songnam District Commissioner Park Eun-young in June last year and refused to inquire about financial information regarding the flow of funds for Songnam FC donations, such as Naver 4 billion won, on the grounds of procedural flaws such as overlapping investigations with the police. Even after the police sent the Songnam FC donation case to the Songnam branch in October of the same year, the branch commissioner Park Eun-young investigated the investigation team's request for a supplementary investigation, such as account tracking to confirm the use of the donation money, for 4 months on the grounds that we must be careful as it is disclosed to the media. Said to have been blocked. Kim Oh-soo and Park Eun-young called, "How do you deal with the case that didn't even get sent?" According to the Jungang Ilbo coverage on the 28th, it is said that the hands and feet of the Songnam branch investigation team were tied up for 8 months by the Prosecutor General and Chief Prosecutor Park Eun-young, which triggered the resignation of Park Ha-young, the Deputy Prosecutor of the Songnam branch on the 25th. At that time, Songnam branch's Criminal Division 3 was said to have investigated a case of circumventing sponsorship through Naver civic group Hope Salim, separate from the investigation of the police's accusation of 16 billion won in donations to Songnam FC, third-party bribery charges, of 6 companies. In this process, it is said that they requested a financial information inquiry from the Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU, to understand the flow of funds from Songnam FC's donations from 6 companies, including Naver. President Kim said in a phone call with branch manager Park around June of last year, "How do you deal with a case that the police have asked the FIU to inquire about donations from other companies under investigation, but have not yet been sent?" It is said that he said with the intent of saying, "Isn't it correct whether we do it all at once when sentencing comes, or if the prosecution's investigation removes the portal site Naver and asks for it?" This means that the request for financial data inquiry was rejected due to procedural problems. An official from the Supreme Prosecutor's Office also explained, "It was meant to be in accordance with the procedure, and it was not meant to prevent you from viewing all the materials related to donations." It is very unusual for the new Prosecutor General, who took office on June 1 last year, to directly reject the request for financial data from the investigation team at the branch office. Some analysts from the opposition say that there must have been a case involving Lee Jae-myung, the governor of Gyeonggi province, who was already considered the most influential presidential candidate at the time. In the end, after President Kim's intervention, the Songnam branch directly stopped the investigation and waited for the police to send the case. Hope Salim, Naver Civic Group, is a civic group run by former lawmaker Jae Yoon-kyung, who served as a spokesperson for the 2017 presidential election campaign by Lee Jae-myung. Naver donated 4 billion won to the group's debt relief project Rolling Jubilee in 2015, of which 3.9 billion was paid to Songnam FC for uniform advertising. Police said in 2018 that 6 companies, including Naver, Dusan Enc, Nongyeop, Bundang Cha Hospital, Alpha Dome City, and Hyundai Department Store, paid a total of 16 billion won in donations from 2015 to 2017 to Songnam FC and received special privileges such as licenses from Songnam City in 2018. In June, the investigation was conducted under the accusation of the Baranmari Party. After the transfer, the investigation team must demand a supplementary investigation into allegations of third-party bribery, such as bonuses. In September of last year, after 3 years and 3 months, the police decided not to appeal due to insufficient evidence. In response, the complainant filed an objection, saying, "We did not properly investigate the source of donations such as Songnam FC's performance money." It is said that the Naver case was also taken over by the 3rd Criminal Division. After reviewing the case record, Deputy Prosecutor Park Ha-young of the Songnam District Office and the 1st Criminal Investigation Team agreed that the police investigation was insufficient, and there are suspicions of third-party bribery. In addition, some of the donations received by Songnam FC were paid to a specific person in the form of a bonus, and there was an opinion that this part could be the basis for proving the charge of bribery. In response, Deputy Prosecutor Park sent an opinion to the branch chief Park several times since October last year to request a supplementary investigation from the police, including tracing the funds to confirm the source of the donations, but they had not reached a conclusion for 4 months. Park Eun-young, if you ask for a supplementary investigation, you have to be very careful because it will be reported in the media. He said that he took the time by giving reasons such as if you ask the police for a supplementary investigation, it will be disclosed to the media, so you have to be very careful and I will review the investigation data directly to the request of the investigation team. Deputy Prosecutor Park said, "I couldn't wait any longer, so I threw my job and raised an objection." It is said that the supplementary investigation requirements presented several times by the investigation team included a search and seizure of related accounts, including the Songnam FC donation account. In response to this, the Songnam District Office said in a statement on the 28th, Director Park Eun-young personally reviewed 28 volumes, 8,500 pages of investigation records including the police, and the necessary procedures such as instructions are in writing. Because there was a difference, we decided to write down each review opinion as it is and report it to the higher prosecutor's office, and while preparing the report, Deputy Prosecutor Park resigned. The following is news about Democratic presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung about a woman's genital humiliation at the wife of her deceased brother. As Lee Jae-myung, the Democratic Party's presidential candidate, shed tears, saying, "Please stop hurting my family," in the process of referring to the controversy over the profanity file about his deceased brother's wife. Lee's brother's wife, Park In-bok has announced legal action against. The Chosun Ilbo reported on the 28th that Park, the wife of the deceased brother of Democratic Party presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung, sent a text message to lawyer Jang Young-ha the day before, containing a notice of the lawsuit. According to the report, Park said in a statement, "My husband almost had to be hospitalized in a mental hospital by the sword of public power when presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung was running for Songnam mayor. Another blatant lie is being told to our family who is here." Park continued, 10 years ago, even though it was ruled that there was nothing wrong with my husband's mental state, why do I always have to be a crazy brother for Democratic presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung? Why do I always have to be treated like a crazy brother to cover up? Do we need tears to lie?" he said, adding, "My family cannot but resent the sight of Democratic presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung lying in tears in the mayor of the Songnam area. I cannot forgive this candidate," Park said. "I think it's time to ask the law to close my eyes, even for the sake of my husband's honor." Lawyer Jang told the media, "We will start the lawsuit after reviewing the law." Earlier on the 24th, candidate Lee appealed with tears while referring to his family in a speech at the mayor of Daesangwon, Songnam, Gyeonggi-do. "It was my fault," he said. "Now my mother and my brother are gone, and this will never happen again." Candidate Lee still insisted that his abusive language was due to his deceased older brother, Jae-sun Lee. He said, "When I became mayor, one of my brothers, who was not sane, tried to intervene and blocked it. Then the brother went to his mother and threatened him. The older brother not only assaulted her mother, but also said, 'What does she do with her mother?' He couldn't stand it, so he cursed." According to the actual court records, during the trial related to Democratic Party presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung, the prosecution said, the psychological evaluation conducted by the relevant research institute on December 22, 2012 on the deceased older brother of candidate Lee Jae-myung, Jae-sun, did not reveal any clues related to bipolar disorder. We have been judged that there are no psychiatric disorders or emotional difficulties. Even in the 2020 Supreme Court ruling, Democratic Party presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung admitted that he tried to forcibly hospitalize his older brother, Jae-sun Lee, despite opposition from the head of the Songnam City Health Center between April and August 2012. The facts confirmed by the court at the time were that Democratic presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung instructed the health center director to get an evaluation document to the effect that treatment is needed, and that he ordered and urged the health center director to forcibly hospitalize his older brother Lee Jae-sun while on a business trip to Brazil, etc. to be. Regarding the Democratic presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung's claim that his brother Lee Jae-sun assaulted his mother, Park refuted the claim of the Democratic Party presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung, who at the time released a notice of the disposition of the Suwon District Prosecutor's Office, Songnam Branch, who had been acquitted of the charge of injury to an upperclassman, saying, "The assault on my mother is not true." Did. For reference, Democratic presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung is a person with a history of 4 criminal convictions who was imprisoned by impersonating a prosecutor. Thank you for watching today.